Welcome to the Campus Edge, a production of Butler Community College.
Produced by students and for everyone, students included.
Right you are, Emily. This week, our stories take place right here on campus and to a few miles down the road in Wichita.
Couple that with interesting facts and good advice, and what do you get?
Why, another award-winning episode of the Campus Edge.
Did you know that there's a place at Butler that not all students take advantage of?
What is it, Emily?
I'm glad you asked. It's the Nixon Library here on campus.
Oh, I used to go there and study all the time.
Well, reporter Zachary Schwarzenberger took some time to show us that they have to offer a very own Nixon Library.
Roll it.
I'm Campus Edge reporter Zach Schwarzenberger, and today we're going to be taking a look at Butler's very own Nixon Library. At first glance, this may just seem like an ordinary library, but inside is actually a space for students to relax, study, and find any resources that may help them for their college career. Since there's so much to the Nixon Library, we decided to get the help of a couple librarians to help tell you all about it.
Nixon Library has a lot to offer students and faculty and staff. I like to think of it as a campus living room. It's kind of a relaxing environment.
I think the first thing that a lot of people think of would be the physical collection. So we have a lot of books, audiobooks, DVDs, things that you can actually physically handle and check out.
It's a nice place to come and study if you like a little bit of background noise, like if you work well in a cafe. We've also got a quiet study space that we rolled out actually a couple of semesters ago. That had been something that people had been asking for a while.
We also have a ton of electronic resources, which are pretty important because obviously all of our students and staff who are physically on campus can use it, but we also have a lot of students who only attend classes online. So having those electronic resources available is pretty phenomenal.
So the coffee bar's been around for a while. We serve hot coffee. We have Starbucks Verona blend. We definitely have hot chocolate, I can tell you that. And then we also have fruit smoothies. We also have a few snacks, like we've got muffins and brownies and ramen noodles, mac and cheese, just some basic stuff that's maybe a little more filling than what you'd get in a vending machine.
The overall atmosphere of the library, I think, it's academic, but it's definitely kind of a buzzing activity kind of academic. So it's not what maybe stereotypically in the past people would think of, where you have to come in and sit down and be quiet and get shushed by mean librarians with buns.
The library takes advantage of the internet by subscribing to a large number of databases. We also have online tutorials, and we also have a bunch of research guides that we've put together.
If you need help, come talk to us at the library, because we love to help students and we love to talk to you about all of our awesome stuff that we have and suggest maybe some resources that are a little bit more unusual, or maybe you're just unfamiliar with all the different things that we even have available. So please come say hi and ask us all of your questions.
The Nixon Library really does have a lot to offer, and the best part is it's available to all students. This is Campus Edge reporter Zach Schwarzenberger, and we'll take it to you back at the studio.
I never knew that the library had so much to offer us.
It really is a great place.
The library may be great, but do you know what else is great?
No, but I think you're going to tell me.
Right and wrong.
Wait, what?
Reporter Zeb Campbell took a trip to find out which snacks are the best for school.
Zeb Campbell from the Campus Edge here, and I'm going to head into Dillon so we can find some snacks for your class. Alrighty, so we just got back from Dylan's and we have a couple items. We have some frosted animal crackers, mini Nutter Butter Bites, some combos, pizzeria flavor, Oreo minis, Cheez-It, Despicable Me edition, and a couple Slim Jims. Now I'm gonna have my good friend Elijah Puckett review some of the food for you.
So I guess I'll start off with these Nutter Butters just because they're hanging out right here. Very good, very sweet. And you got kind of a little bit of saltiness from the cracker. I think it's delicious. Next, I'm going to go for these frosted animal crackers. We got two variations, the pink and the white. Looks like I got a camel here, so that's classic, fantastic stuff. So I've had a little sweet. I guess I'll move on to savory here. We'll get into these combos. Not in a resealable packet like the others. So as far as packaging goes, I'd say this one rates a little lower. It doesn't really taste like a real pizza by any means, but it's certainly something. All right, so next I'm going to be slipping into a Slim Jim, you know, snapping into one. Kind of a little pepperoni-ish. But you know, it's some people's thing, and I respect that. Slide that over there. All right, gonna go back into the sweet here. Get some Oreo, some Oreo minis here. Again, resealable package, very nice, very convenient. We all know Oreo. Everybody loves Oreo. Let's see if the minis carry on their tradition. Very nice. The ratio is a little funky as far as the cookie to cream, but still very good. Still very obviously an Oreo. Just a classic taste. I like it a lot. Finally, everybody loves the Minions, and everybody loves Cheez-Its, so putting them together, that makes sense. As far as the Cheez-Its themselves go, these ones are a little thinner than usual, just because they have to press in these designs. You know, this one of Kevin. Either way, still very good, very savory little snack.
Out of all the snacks that you provided, I think the Oreo minis are the best for me because they're convenient, they're small. You can put more in a little plastic baggie to take to school with you or to work or wherever you're going, taking children to soccer practice. That's what I think.
My favorite one of these snacks has definitely got to be the frosted animal crackers. Just because, you know, they're classic, they come in fun shapes, they're just delicious.
And there you have it, a comprehensive food review by Elijah Puckett about these snacks. And I would also have to agree that the Oreo minis and that the Nutter Butters would be perfect to take to class. From the Campus Edge, I'm Zeb Campbell.
We have more great stories about Butler and our communities right after these important messages. Back after this.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate, and it's worn like a badge of honor with good reason. Because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
Those look like some pretty good snacks, but what are you doing tonight?
Well, I was thinking of going out for dinner. A typical night on the town.
How about a night on the Cowtown?
No, just no.
Sorry, Doc let Kyle write the script again.
Anyway, let's see your piece on the old Cowtown Museum.
Agreed. Hi, I'm Campus Edge reporter Mia Rodriguez, and I'm going to take you guys back in time to the 1800s at Old Cowtown Museum. So come check it out with me.
Hello, my name is Anthony Horsch. I'm the Director of Education and Interpretation here at Old Cowtown Museum. Old Cowtown Museum is an open-air museum. By that we mean we have 40 buildings that have artifacts in them, and each of them comprise an exhibit, and the whole collection is considered the open-air museum. We have been around for a long time, over 60 years, started in the late 1950s. Our mission is to tell the story of Wichita and Sedgwick County from 1865 through 1880. We do vary a little bit, plus or minus 5 years, so we could go 1865 to 1885. So here in the museum we have a mix of different buildings and structures. About a third of our buildings come from the 1870s time. They are original to the founding of Wichita. Those would be the First Presbyterian Church, the Munger House, the Trader's Cabin, the original jail. We also have a group of buildings from about the turn of the century, about 1910 or so. We also have a group of buildings that were built on site. Our collection of buildings is not meant to be a miniaturized version of early Wichita, but does give you a flavor of what all would have been available to the townspeople in that particular time. On a daily basis here at the museum, you can interact with a number of costumed interpreters, folks that will tell you about life that was happening in our particular era. We try to staff the craft sites that we have, the blacksmith shop, the carpenter shop, the printing shop, and the dressmaking shop, so that you can see some of the crafts that we're doing. We do have gunfights that happen twice a day, and there's a lot of activity that can give you the flavor of what is going on at the time. We also have a number of events that are happening this year. So this season we have a couple of new events as well as some returning favorites. Our first event on April the 14th will be the Little House on the Prairie Day. On April 28th we have the Civil War. On May the 26th we have our Steampunk Day. On September the 8th we have the Roaring Twenties. Give us a chance to show what happened during Prohibition era here in Wichita. On December 7 and 8, 14 and 15, we have Old Cowtown's Victorian Christmas, a chance for you to come out and see our grounds decorated as you would have seen 140 years ago. We are always looking for volunteers that would like to come out and help us tell our story. Whether you have interested in learning one of the skills, being a blacksmith, a carpenter, or a printer, whether you'd like to work out at the farm, whether you'd like to be a dance hall girl or a proper Victorian gentleman walking through town, all of those are possible options. Old Cowtown Museum is in the heart of Wichita. We're on 1865 West Museum Boulevard. If you're familiar with the Art Museum or the Mid-America All-Indian Center, we're nearby, part of the museums on the River District. We are open during the summer months, Tuesday through Sunday, generally from 10 until 5, Sundays from 12 until 5. And during the winter months, we are closed on Sundays and Mondays. Otherwise, we follow the same hours that I mentioned earlier. So, if you'd like to find more information, we are on the web at oldcowtownmuseum.org, one word. We are also on Facebook and Twitter and, well, it's Instagram, so look for us there. That'll give you all the information about prices and upcoming events and all sorts of things that we have going here at the museum.
Alright, so that's all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys come on down to Cowtown anytime, check it out, see the amazing volunteers that put on amazing shows for you guys. For BCTV Channel 20, I'm Mia Rodriguez.
Mia, let's say you're bored and stuck in Wichita. What do you do?
I'd probably wander around until I saw something interesting.
Would you say that an arcade is interesting?
It depends. I do like to play around with some of the older machines.
Oh, then you'll love reporter Naomi Potter's latest piece.
Let me guess, she made a story over an arcade in Wichita?
Not an arcade, the arcade.
Well, hello, I'm Campus Edge reporter Naomi Potter, and I'm here at the arcade, and as you can tell, it's a little noisy, a little busy, but that means that people are having fun, so I think it's all fine. And, well, the arcade is exactly what you would expect it to be. It's a place that has a bunch of arcade games from the 90s and 80s, and people can come here and play them and have a good time. So let's go check it out.
Well, I grew up in the 80s, so these games bring back my childhood to me. I retrogressed into my childhood a little bit. But specifically these games, the gameplay makes you have really good hand-eye coordination, and I like challenging myself to get high scores. And so far, I haven't met too many people in here that have been able to beat my scores, so I'm hoping more people will come to the arcade and beat me so I have something to shoot for. But I just like the, I don't know, nostalgia of it is probably my main reason for it. And I'd always been hoping that something like this would open up in Wichita. Probably Donkey Kong and Tron are my two favorite. Gyrus is another one that I really enjoy playing. Currently on Donkey Kong I have the high score, and the last time I knew I also had it on Gyrus and Tron.
It can be loud and busy at sometimes. It's pretty much what you'd expect working at a place with about 70 video games going all at once. But it can be fun too. I mean, watching people walk in, especially the little kids that have never seen something like this before. It's great when like their eyes light up and see all these games that they can play. I don't have a lot of time to play the games. I've enjoyed playing some of the racing games we have up here up front every once in a while. I've always liked Galaga. Like as a kid I played Galaga a lot, but other than that I don't really get to play them. I think it's interesting because especially kids are so used to games like on their phones or Xbox, things like that. They're not used to like going to a place to play a game. So there's that aspect of it, and then there's also the adults that'll come in and they'll remember playing these as kids, and they maybe hadn't seen these games in several years, and so them just seeing them again, always great having a conversation with people, even though I don't personally know a lot about the games, listening to them remember things from their past and saying, oh, it's just like when I was a kid. So we're having a Pac-Man tournament right now. It's on the various Pac-Man machines we have. We have the whole family of them. We also just got finished with a pinball tournament where all month people had a high score, and then the winners at the end came in and they compete in the pinball tournament. And then we just have various things that pop up depending on what the co-owners decide they want to do or what people are interested in. One of our other co-owners, Michael, had kind of like a how to repair machines seminar. He did it in the middle of the week, and so just things pop up based on what people are interested in or what the owners decide they want to try out. We're just called The Arcade, 139 North Mead. We're open Thursday through Sunday. On Thursdays, we're open from 6 to 10. On Fridays, we're open from 6 to 1 a.m. Saturday, we're open 1 to 1. And Sunday, we're open from 1 to 8.
Well, there you have it. The arcade is a fun place for people of all ages, young to big, old to small. Not necessarily old to big, because some old people are small, and some young people are very large and sometimes concerning. But you know, it's a fun place, cool tables. So come check it out, the arcade. Until next time, I'm Naomi Potter, and this is the Campus Edge.
In our final stories coming up, we take a look back into history with yet another great museum and a great place to hang out. The tradition continues after this spot break.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert? Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
What do you think of when I say treasure, Mia?
It could be anything. Gold, friendship, basically that has any value to someone.
Right.
Does the next story have to do something with treasure?
Actually, that goes without saying. Let's take a look at my piece over the Museum of Treasures.
Please tell me I have a T-Rex skeleton.
Actually, they do. I'm Campus Edge reporter Emily Jordan, and I'm here for the family night at the Museum of Treasures, and I talked with some volunteers for some more information.
We usually get a lot of people who have never been here before because it is a reduced rate, so they get to come in for a little bit less than regular admission, bring the whole family if they want, and just kind of explore it in a more low-key, you know, especially because it's after, you know, after everybody's off work, and yes, you can get the whole family here, so it's really nice. We usually see a lot of new faces. We like to have some sort of activities in our children's play area or Ivan's Playhouse. That way there's something for the families to do together. We always have staff here to make sure that there's somebody to give tours if they want tours or answer any questions or, you know, check them out for something at the gift shop. So we just like to make sure it's staffed and open it up. We have Facebook events for them, and we always try and boost them around that time. We try and vary up our activities based on anything that's going on. So I know in the past, like for Christmas time, they made Christmas trees, and we had activities centered around different Christmas traditions around the world. So yeah, so we always try to have something, and we change it every month. Love having new people in. We love being able to offer the family nights, and we love for people to bring everybody with them and come and enjoy it.
Because first, I love museums. When I was little, I'm from China, as you can see. I'm originally from China, and when I was little, I loved museum. I have all my outfit I collected, looking for opportunities to wear them, and I would like to say, like, you know more about other part of the world, you will feel like, the world is great. I really like the way they put things together that you can look close to histories. Usually I would like to do here is like I'll write Chinese for them. Usually I'll do their names, and sometimes I will give like a little bit tour like there in the Asian part. Every time I'm here, I'm having fun. Like every time I just go to look at the dinosaurs, I have a lot of fun. Welcome to the museum, enjoy it.
Come explore the family night the first Thursday of the month here at the Museum of Treasures in Wichita, Kansas. For BCTV Channel 20, I'm Emily Jordan.
When you said they had a T-Rex skeleton, I was hoping it'd be like Night at the Museum.
I'm sorry to disappoint.
I hope this last feature will make up for your betrayal, Emily.
At least it wasn't as bad as that pun Kyle put in earlier.
Good point. And I did hear this last piece was pretty good.
Let's take a look at reporter Alexis Perry's story about the Wichita Sports Forum.
This is Campus Edge reporter Alexis Perry, and if you love sports such as soccer, basketball, football, then Wichita Sports Forum is the place for you. Let's go check it out.
Wichita Sports Forum opened in December of 2010, so 2015, just over 2 years. Monday through Thursday, we are open 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 10 a.m. to midnight. We really cater to anyone. We put more marketing emphasis on moms because it's a little bit easier. It's an easier target for little kids and things like that. So we do put more emphasis on that. But as far as the court side, so we have hardwood courts, sand courts, turf, batting cages, all of that. That's really athletes in general. So we do go after teams or just people who play recreationally. We don't really have minimum requirements for anything. We have kids in here that are crawling that go on the trampolines, and that's perfectly fine with us. If you feel comfortable jumping, then go for it. We do have some weight restrictions on some of the trampolines, but for the most part we don't really have any. And then of course for the courts, if you want to play, go for it. We trust your judgment. There is nobody in the city that has everything that we have, but we do have trampoline competitors. There's Urban Air and Get Air, both just trampoline parks, and then there's also people that have the court side. So obviously the YMCA, since they have recreational leagues and tournaments, things like that, their competition, as well as Wichita Hoops, they have basketball and volleyball. So if you split it up, then yes, we do have competition, and in general we do, but we're the only one that has everything.
I've been here for 2 years now. Most popular activity we have here is between basketball and volleyball, and our least popular at the moment is actually football. Yes, we do. We offer individual memberships, we offer team memberships. We have individual memberships for our trampoline park, and we have individual and team memberships for our sports side.
If you want to go check out Sports Forum, they're located at 2668 North Greenridge Road. This is Campus Edge reporter Alexis Perry signing out.
And that brings us to the end of our third show for Spring 2018.
Looks like we're creating our own tradition of success.
I can't wait for our upcoming shows. The food and entertainment show is up next, and then we'll escape the studio and take Campus Edge on the road. A couple of episodes after that, and we're out of here.
Let's make a rule. Kyle can't make any more puns.
Agreed.
And if you want to see an episode like this again, tune in weekdays at 11 a.m. or see previous shows at 6:30 p.m. on BCTV Channel 20.
Or you can check them all out on our YouTube channel, Butler Student Media.
This has been
The Campus Edge.